Hey everyone, Alex Latraverse here. Welcome back to Sell Smarter. And in this week's video, we're going to continue on with the concept I introduced last week around the straight line selling methodology. Again, if you haven't seen Jordan Belfort's video on this, check it out. It's a great concept to be aware of in sales. But your goal in sales is to go from start to close in as efficient a manner as possible. So straight line, shortest distance between 2 points. Now, the conversation will inevitably vary and kind of go, it won't be a perfect straight line, right? But your goal is to keep the conversation within this margin of error, within these boundaries. What you need to watch out for is when a prospect is taking you down a path that you know is not headed in the right direction. And in last week's video, we talked about maintaining an offensive position and stopping the conversation dead in its tracks. Now, the question comes up, well, how do I do that? Easier said than done. So I'll leave you with one tip. A concept that I've used myself and we have taught our reps here at Terminus is acknowledge, empathize, and challenge. The first thing you want to do is acknowledge that you know why the prospect is asking those questions. And then you want to show empathy and create empathy when you then challenge them with a different way of thinking and a different way to position value. So what does that sound like? Hey, Mrs. Prospect, I understand why you're asking these questions. These come up a lot. You're trying to figure out X, Y, and Z. Acknowledge that you know why they're asking these questions, then show empathy and create empathy. These questions come up a lot. You're not the only one, but bear with me a second because, I really feel like I have a good understanding of your goals and challenges, and I'm pretty certain that we can help, but we do things in a little bit different way. Show empathy, create empathy, and then position a different way of thinking. Then challenge that prospect to think differently, show them how they can accomplish their objectives in a new light, and bringing this all together will help you to redirect the conversation, get it back on track, move the sales process forward, and do so in a way that doesn't create a divide between you and your prospect or a negative experience, but actually helps you establish more rapport and credibility with that prospect because you are politely and professionally challenging them. If you do this, I guarantee you will have more success. Hope this was helpful. See you next time on Sell Smarter.